Hello. On behalf of Putnam County Playhouse, this is Jack Randall Earls, the man in the chair, and today we're getting to know board member Sandi Rossok. Sandi, it's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me, Jack. I was so excited to get your call.
Great. You know, you have worked at the Playhouse for a long time. You've done many things. But what I'm interested in right now is, what was your first production at the Putnam County Playhouse, and how did you get involved in that?
Well, I think this is a special story between you and I, Jack, because I had just finished my business degree. It was spring of 2002. I read the article that you wrote in the paper about auditions, and I thought, I'll just drop by there. I've been studying every night and busy. Now I've got free time. I'll stop by there and see if they need a costumer or just see what it's like. And somehow the director, named Jack, got me to read, and then I got a phone call saying I had a part. And my husband said, "Now what are you going to do?"
I can hear Dean say that.
Yes. He was like, "Oh no." But that's how it started, and here I am.
And what show was that?
It was On Borrowed Time. And another funny part about that, I thought it was a comedy.
You played Granny.
I did, and I had a death scene.
You had a death scene, and Sandi, you were really sweet in that play. I liked it very much.
Well,
you played opposite Jim Rambo.
Yes, and I enjoyed the whole cast. For a first time out, that was an amazing cast.
It was a lot of fun. Now, in addition to appearing on stage, you've worked with me on many productions as an assistant director. You know, my right-hand person. And someone might see that in the program and wonder, well, what does an assistant director do? So I'm asking you, Sandi, what does an assistant director do?
Well, like you said, right-hand person. Sandi, go get another prop, or that dish doesn't work, or helping people with their lines, or even helping you pick at auditions, put a little bit of my thoughts in there to help you out. Or sometimes come up with some more actors, you know, if we need extra people, and put our thinking caps on. And props, costumes, sew something at the last minute, just whatever the director needs, and stand in for someone, read for them. And then I think one of the biggest things that I like doing, that I think an assistant director is important for, is being on book, what we call being on book. And that's when you prompt them. They try to get away from their book and know their lines, and then if they can't remember one, you have a system that you help them get started again.
Okay, now that's during a rehearsal, not during a
Yes. No, we don't have prompters during the show.
Yes.
One actor asked us that one
yes,
time.
Yes, I remember that.
We don't have them.
You've done many parts here. Do you have a favorite part that you played on stage here?
You're going to think this is funny, Jack, but the one that challenged me the most and nobody thought I could do was Miss Patty in Curious Savvy. I am a talker, much to some people's dismay. And so this character didn't talk, except to say a stream of lines every once in a while of unconnected items that she hated. And my husband got tickled because she said she hated electricians. And my favorite was not liking politicians, but you know. But so I had to be in the moment all the time, but never talk. And I think that was a good stretch for me. And at first I thought I'm being punished. But I love that part, and well, I love that cast.
Yes, there was Beth Bax was the lead, and Catherine Dory, and so many they're gone from my brain. But the program's on the website, you can look it up. But it was a very nice production, a lovely production. Yes. So is that your favorite production that you've worked on at Putnam County Playhouse?
I like all of them. I enjoyed Harvey and Don't Drink the Water and all that. But I think right now, today, I would say my favorite was Picnic. Because it was like a dream. It went so smooth, the production did, and the actors were all wonderful. They were off book really early, and it had a good story. I really, really enjoyed that show.
Oh, it's one of my favorites too, and we really had a nice time working on
We
that.
did that. We thought some days we had to pinch ourselves because, it went so well.
Yes, and it turned out very well too. Let me ask you, you've lived in Greencastle a long time. You've been a business person, a business owner. You know everybody,
I
Sandy. Why do you think that the Putnam County Playhouse as an organization is important to the community?
I think everyone has, like I did, in the back of your mind, that's something I would never get to do. I would never get to be on stage or be involved in anything like that. But we all have talents. We all have, whether it's sewing or moving a set piece, we have a talent, and it gives us an opportunity to do live theater that never in our lives did we think we could get to do. I grew up in Indianapolis, big city. I wouldn't get to do that up there. And here, and it's a small group at times. Sometimes it's a big cast. But you find out new things, and you make new friends, and you learn something every show. Every show you learn something from someone. They all bring something to the table. And I just think it's a wonderful thing, and we're very fortunate to have live theater in Putnam County.
I agree. Do you have a humorous anecdote about something that's happened on stage or off? One that you can share with us?
Well, I'm going to share this one. I'm not sure if it's the one you want me to share, but
Oh dear.
I was stage manager for the Sunshine Boys, for Jim Poor. And I was a little iffy about being stage manager, but he pushed me to do that. And one day I got a phone call at work. He said, Sandy, you also costumed it. Can you fit into the young, sexy nurse costume? And I said, well, I think I can. Why? He says, how quick can you get to the Playhouse tonight? Jack and I need to work with you. You need to go on. The actress that was the young nurse got sick. And so I had to, they put the lines on a clipboard for me, but I'd been on books, so I pretty well knew most of the lines, and I knew where she was supposed to stand and all that. And so I went on 2 nights doing that, and I remember that Bob Evans was in the crowd that night, and when he saw me later, he said, Sandy, we saw parts of you we thought we would never see.
That was an interesting costume.
It was, and especially when I filled it out just a little more than, and I wasn't young, so when I walked on stage, being the young, sexy nurse, really threw people off, and they were laughing, and it was a comedy, so it was all right, and I had to bend over facing the crowd, and it was a parts of my body that had never been shown on stage.
Well, I was on stage at the moment, and I felt completely ignored by 198 people in the audience when you came on. So well done, Sandy. Well done.
And to do it at a moment's notice. So
At a moment's
that
notice.
was a really fun incident that happened to me.
Okay. To end it up here, Sandy, when you get to theater heaven, what do you hope to hear the director say?
Well, having dreamed for this all my theater life, I hope he says, you hit all your marks and you said all your lines in order.
Very good. Thank you, Sandy, so much for being with us this evening. On behalf of the Putnam County Playhouse, this is Jack Rendell Earls, the man in the chair, and we all hope that we see you again real soon.